was felony possession of a firearm in the school.
Yeah.
So I'm not dumbing it down. This is what he got charged with. I don't know what a sentence like that should carry, but I hope the young gentleman receives enough help to where something like this he would never think of committing again, and would hopefully stop others from committing as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to shit like this, it doesn't require a prison sentence. It requires, like, intense mental health therapy of some sort. Because, like, they're not... I don't know. And I know this is another hot topic. Yeah. Is it just a piece of shit person, or is it a mental health disorder? Does it require prison or intense therapy? You know, like, I would say, you know, obviously they need to be kept somewhere for quite some time until they should be back in society. But I wouldn't say traditional prison would be the route to go for people like this, because it's not, you're not committing this crime because of poverty or because you need money or because of, like, the typical reasons why people usually commit crimes, sometimes violent crimes. Like, he's doing this because it's literally, there's something fucking wrong in his head. Nobody who's mentally stable would ever consider doing that. Right. And that's what I think some people forget to look at. They just look at it as, oh my God, he was trying to kill all these people. What a fucking psycho. He needs to be locked up. Blah, blah, blah.
Cookie cutter, right.
Yeah, true. He obviously is psychotic in some way. But what does that mean? Mental health issues. Like, he needs some kind of mental health. I don't know what the fuck they got for people who are at that level of mental illness. Right. But whatever it is not enough, because this keeps happening. You know, thankfully this one didn't happen. Right. But, like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these kids these days. There's something off with all these motherfuckers. I don't know what it is.
Now, how would you feel about, I'm just coming up with this idea now. How would you feel about permanent surveillance? Like
permanent house arrest?
In so much, yes.
Permanent?
In so much of an idea, yeah. Look, you're going to go to jail. Yes. Mm-hmm. But when you come out, let's say you do get a lesser sentence. Because, I mean, yes, he's brandishing a firearm.
I don't know what even the sentence usually is for that.
Right. So. He might do 3 to 5.
Okay, you know, so say 5.
Let's say he does 5. But knowing that he has a mental health issue, obviously he would have to go and further medically into that. Mm-hmm. But how would you feel? And I'm not saying that they do this or don't do this, but how would you feel about permanent surveillance on people such as him that have either attempted or have committed these heinous crimes? How would you feel about permanent surveillance? Like, even Amber Geiger. You know, how would you feel about her receiving a permanent surveillance after committing this atrocity?
Are you meaning permanent, like, literally for
the rest of your life?
The remainder of their life?
Yeah.
Like, till they die?
Yeah.
Murderers don't even get that.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
House arrest isn't even permanent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even for a murdering civilian, how would you feel about permanent surveillance? Like, as an option.
I mean...
Now, obviously...
Permanent, I don't know. I don't know. Permanent it seems...
Long.
Permanent.
Right, it's permanent.
You know, like... It's like, damn, literally till they fucking die?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, yes. I guess if I were, you know, the parent of a kid at one of these schools, like... What? Oh. Like, the parents of one of these kids at these schools that either this happened at or, like, where this one almost happened at, like, probably without a doubt, I'd be like, oh, my God, yes, 100%, they need to do that immediately. Or, you know, something. Because more, like, emotion would be going into the answer. But, like, I don't know. I guess that wouldn't be, like, the worst idea necessarily. Like, although you can still...
commit crime.
Yeah, like, how is that going to really stop you? If the mental health issue isn't as addressed as it should be, putting you on house arrest isn't going to stop you from killing people if you really want to.
Right, if you really want to.
It's like making guns, like, oh, felons can't get guns. Well, really? Fuck they can. Right. It's not going to stop anything if you really want to do it.
Well, I mean, even to start further, like even, like, surveillance cameras in the homes, in obviously public areas such as like the living room or the kitchen, where it's not as private. Like I'm talking about on some CCTV shit that they got in Europe, where everything's under surveillance. You know what I'm saying? Where you walk down the street, you're being under surveillance. Where you're jumping into your car. Anything public in a public area in Europe is usually under surveillance, especially in England.
I guess I don't know. That might not be like the worst idea.
Right. We are hiring more security jobs than ever in history. So I'm saying, what if this is an option? And I'm not saying to dumb down these sentences because but criminals should be in jail, and that's the name of the game. That's all there is to it. That's all there can be to it. And these atrocities are criminal in the sense, like are the basis of criminality. And so what I'm saying is that obviously after you get your sentence and you come home, let's say we take away the, where you do the background check or whatever, but you're on constant surveillance. You have to notify your employee that, hey, I am under constant surveillance. You know what I'm saying? I have to notify you as an employer that I am under constant surveillance by the U.S. government. To even work in a facility, they would have to have access to the surveillance here to make sure that I'm not going to be committing any further crimes. It's in your house. It's in your job. You got to have probably a dash cam in your car.
What throws out application?
Right. Obviously.
Who the fuck is going to hire them?
Obviously, right, but...
I'm under constant surveillance. Do you mind? I mean, I almost killed like a ton of people, but I didn't. So
well, that's what I'm saying. You would have to take away the background information part. Like obviously background history. Like Barack tried to take that out. I'm not saying that it's out right now, but there was actually a movement to remove that because obviously that's a strike against anybody seeking out employment or future employment after committing any crimes, whether it could be fucking DUI to to domestic violence, to obviously murder,
and that's another.
It ranges.
Yeah, but that's another thing too. I feel like although yes, that would give them more of an opportunity to be reintroduced to society and not have that attached to them forever, which obviously that will help them succeed and not commit crimes again because they'll have opportunities that everybody else has. But at the same time, I think about it from like an employer standpoint, like. Sorry, but, like, I want to know if, like, you raped or killed somebody in the past.
Right.
Like, I need to know who I'm hiring. Because if I don't know and say you rape or kill a coworker, and I'm the one that hired you, but I didn't know that you have a criminal background of similar crimes, I'm going to feel like I literally allowed this person to get raped or killed.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. Allow them to have more, more what the fuck am I trying
liberties.
To say? Yeah, like more availability to succeed in their future now that they've finished their sentence, or like know who the fuck you're hiring and possibly stop another crime because not everybody who murders or rapes only does it once.
Right.
Chances are, especially with rape, you've done it more than once.
Right. But those are those crimes. I mean, obviously.
But I mean, what are you else are really worried about? Nothing else really puts people's lives at risk as much as those do.
And you would say that, but like, let's say this young gentleman with brandishing the firearm, when that's been written down, and just that and only that, a lot of people would be like, all right, young gentleman, you've made some mistakes in your, prior in your life. We can look past that and move you forward in our company.
Would you hire him?
At the mental state he's at right now, hell no.
No, but eventually.
Let's say
you knew that about him.
Let's say he's 30. Let's say
I don't know what he is now, 15?
Probably.
All right, so whatever. In 15 years when we hope he's semi-rehabilitated?
Right. And rehabilitated, and let's say that was a strike against him, and let's say I have a labor-intensive job, or maybe not even a labor-intensive job, but I would say yeah, because everybody deserves a second chance, and I really do believe in second chances. So,
yeah.
So in that aspect, my opinion,
right?
I'm not saying I would give him a second chance right now, but bro, after you do your sentence and you show me that you got medical records and treatment, that you on your shit,
right,
you on your shit, like you gonna piss for me, you gonna